Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today is Saturday, October 14th, 2023, and I timestamp my videos because I want people to know that the information given in these videos are dated. And without further ado, I want to say good morning to my subscribers on the X, formerly known as Twitter platform. You guys are my priority. That's why I treat you guys like family. I don't play with you guys. You ask a question, I'm always there. And my videos are tailor-made for you. I also say good morning to my subscribers on the Instagram platform and to the general public who will be seeing this 8 hours after you guys see it. Now, today, we're going to be looking at where we can park our money so we can park money out. Where we can park our money so we can park money out. Now, I told you guys, I said, listen, that Bitcoin Cash, Aragon, and Chainlink, that they're going to have cycles. And we've been through this before. If you guys have been loyal subscribers, you know we always go through cycles. They go down and then they come back up. And then for Aragon and Chainlink, we're still waiting. But for Bitcoin Cash, we're beginning to see that it's beginning to rise again. You know, yesterday it was at 212. Today, it rose all the way to $218.71. $218.71. And it's still going to rise. So those of you who bought at $214, you already made a profit. Because I know a lot of you bought at $214. Some of you bought at higher prices. I'm monitoring the situation. Don't worry. I'm aware of things. So those of you who bought at $214, you've already made a profit. If you sell right now, you made a healthy profit. Now, I think it's still going to rise further. But if you're risk adverse and you bought at $214, sell now and make your money. But, you know, I'm not allowed to give you a guarantee because, you know, it's unethical. But because these are risk assets. These are risk assets. But I'm telling you, they're still going to rise further. Now, we're going to go into the Render's Nugget aspect of this video. Now, a lot of people don't realize that people who are wealthy, who are the top 1% in this world, they don't put their money in banks. They do not put their money in banks. So where do they put their money? They put their money in assets. Banks are created by the super rich so that the super poor and the middle class can go and park their money into their banks. And then when they park their money into their banks, then the super rich pack all the money in the bank and then use it to become wealthy. So the super rich, they only go to banks to borrow money, to take out loans. Mike Adenuga, one of the richest men in my home country, he went to BNP Paribas to take out a loan of almost $300 million to start Globacon. Now, Aliko Dangote, the richest black man on earth, he actually took a loan to start the refinery, which has now made him even richer. None of these guys, they use their own money to start up their businesses, not one of them. They go to banks, they wait for the little people, the super poor, the middle class to go and put their money in banks, and then they mop up that money and use it for their businesses. That's just how the whole system works. It's rigged. So you have to learn from them. Don't put your money in banks. Learn what people do with their money. Learn what the Dangotes do with their money. Learn what Elon Musk does with his money. Learn what Jeff Bezos does with his money. What they do is that they invest their money in business. They invest their money on the stock market. They invest their money in the S&P 500. They invest their money in cryptos. They don't leave money in the banks. They don't put money in the banks. Why don't they put money in the bank? Because if you put money in the bank, no matter what interest they're giving you, it's always going to be lower than the rate of inflation. In other words, your money is only reducing. You think it's increasing, but it's only reducing. And that's the whole scam. I'm going to give you a very good example. Now, I just told you, Dangote, Aliko Dangote, the richest black man on earth, he borrowed some money from a bank to set up his refinery. But then you're probably the poorest man in your family or the poorest man in your street. You go to the bank to borrow money, or you go to people to borrow money to spend on what? On Ashoebi, that is close to go for a party. I mean, why won't you get it into your thick skull that that is not the way to use money? You never spend money, you never borrow money and spend it on what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, or to visit people. No, there are only 3 reasons why you should take out a loan. Only 3 reasons. To start up a business, to go to school, or for your health. Because if you don't have health, then you're gone. So if you go to school, you're improving yourself. That means you will learn, you're going to earn. And then if you have a business, then you're going to be making money. Those are the only 3 reasons why you should be taking out a loan from the bank or from people. Never ever take out a loan for what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, or to go places. No. That means that you're just going to be poorer and poorer and poorer. Learn from the super rich. Go to banks or to people to take out loans for only 3 reasons, and I've told you those reasons. And then if you have money in banks, get them out. Invest in the S&P 500, invest in a real estate investment trust, invest in a gold ETF, invest in mutual funds, invest in treasury bills and treasury bonds. All of these things that I've mentioned, including stocks, including shares, are going to give you a return on your investment that is higher than whatever banks are going to give you. And finally, I need to tell you this is very, very important. Try to live within your means so that you can have something left over to invest. And that means that you don't even go to a bank at all. But if you must go to a bank, reduce it to those three things I told you about. Now, my name is Ronald Mokri. If you watch this and you're a subscriber on my X, formerly known as Twitter platform, and you've got a question, go there, ask a question. You guys know how I prioritize you. You ask your questions, boom, I'm there. And if you're on Instagram, do the same thing. But if you are not on any of these platforms as a subscriber of mine, I encourage you to subscribe to me on the X, formerly known as Twitter platform. That's the best place to subscribe to me. Go on X, search for @Ronald Mokri, click on the subscribe tab, which is on the top right hand corner of my profile. Follow the prompts and easy peasy lemon squeezy, you're a subscriber, and you're going to be getting every day up to tomorrow business and investment tips on stocks, cryptos, rates, ETS, mutual funds, treasury bills, treasury bonds, and what have you. And you're going to be getting not for the public Reynolds nuggets. And finally, you're going to be getting my personal attention because I treat you guys like family. And this is Apostle Prosperity saying, God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is